In this biodemographic short, I consider the interaction of mortality and fertility on little r. The question I consider here is how the interaction of mortality and fertility impacts the intrinsic rate of increase, little r. Consider the survival schedules of two fruit fly species shown here, with age on the x-axis and survival on the y-axis. And with the Mediterranean fruit fly as the longer-lived species at 64 days on average, and the Mexican fruit fly species as a shorter-lived species with an average of slightly over 49 days. Here are the corresponding reproductive schedules for the respective species, with again age on the x-axis and eggs per female on the y-axis. We have the highly fecund Mexican fruit fly relative to the less fecund Mediterranean fruit fly. We compare the intrinsic rate of increase for four combinations of schedules, including the medfly LX and MX, the medfly LX combined with the mexfly MX, the medfly MX combined with the mexfly LX, and the mexfly LX and MX. Let LA and LB and MA and MB denote the respective age-specific survival and reproductive schedules shown in the previous figures for species A, the medfly, and species B, the Mexican fruit fly. Then let the value of interaction equal to the following equation, showing the interaction value equal to the sum of the R values using the original LX and MX schedules for each species minus the sum of their R values in which the schedules for each species are switched. This table gives the values of the intrinsic rates of increase for the original and the switched survival and reproductive schedules for the two species. Note the LX schedule used by species in this column, the MX schedule used by the species for this column, and the little r values for this column. For the medfly's original LX and MX schedules, we have an R value of 0.16, and the mexfly original LX and MX values yield an R value of 0.238. Then for the switched schedules, yields R values of 0.223 and 0.172. Doing the basic arithmetic using this original equation yields an interaction value of 0.0027. The gains and losses in R values for each species are offset by combining the LX values from one with the MX values from the other. One of the interesting outcomes was this. Even though survival in the medfly was higher than in the mexfly, when the medfly's survival was combined with the higher mexfly's reproduction, little r was actually reduced rather than increased. This was because the generation time increased with the higher survival rate, the net result of which was to decrease growth rate little r.